There were some new class updates this week. You can only do daily quests for one class per day now, but classes only take 7 days to earn. A lot of players don't seem to be very happy with only one class quest per day. Some players even saying it takes a longer time overall, but I'm assuming there's a reason for this give and take. And speaking of classes, Berserker Class is now available. The class can be earned through the new daily quests. There are also 2 Berserker sets and weapons. And just to clear up any confusion, Beta Berserker and Berserker are 2 separate classes. Beta Berserker will be available when AQ3D goes live. You may have noticed some new animations and settings in the game this week. Let's check in with Korin for more information.
I've been revamping a lot of the particle stuff, some of them easier than others. We have implemented a way to let players choose like how high their quality settings are for particles. What that means is we can have some really intense particles now and also have the more optimized particles that you're already kind of seeing, but now you're going to see a little more super fancy stuff. Is there a way to see all the different bags that you've created? No, actually, not that I know of, unless someone else made it. No, actually, not that I know of, unless someone else made it. No, actually, not that I know of, unless someone else made it.
We've been experiencing a lot of DDOS attacks this week, causing a lot of players to lag or have trouble logging on. Artix apologized for the issues and let us know the team is working on it.
The game is currently down. We did it. They're probably getting attacked again.
It was me!
We keep getting attacked all the time.
No, actually, I didn't break it this time.
And it wasn't me either. Typical.
If you're having trouble logging onto the game, it could be for a few reasons, including DDoS attacks. The servers will also be down during game updates and fixes. It could also be an issue with your internet or connection. If you have been temporarily or permanently banned, you will also not be able to log on. Most of the time, it's best to wait for a little while or try switching servers, and sometimes it works if you try a few times.
How did you get started with AE? I think I got really lucky, to be honest. I mean, I was in the right place at the right time, and I met Artix by chance at a restaurant, and we talked about cryptocurrency, and we just kind of became friends, and we talked about that stuff, and over time, he found out I make music and stuff. I think I asked Artix if there was a theme song for like a main theme written for the game already, and he's like, well, yeah, there is, but no one's heard it. And I'm like, what? How does that work? Artix sent me the theme song that's unreleased, which one day will be in the character select page, or not character select page, but your character is in AQ3D.
Yeah.
But so I took it and I actually made a death metal, epic metal kind of remix of it just for fun, and he really liked it, and it kind of made me cringe a little bit because he loved it a lot and he listened to it a lot, and I'm like, oh goodness. From there, he actually asked me if I would like to try my hand at scoring a soundtrack, and I did, and it was a long, arduous process. I learned a lot in the process too, and just kind of got put in the game after a couple different attempts at it, and kind of things just fell in like that. Was able to start helping out with Hero Mart and some of the office admin stuff, and boom, now I'm here all the time. So it's pretty awesome. It's very fortunate, to have that opportunity.
So my art experience goes, I went to college. I pretty much, for the most part, did 3D animation and some modeling. A dog. Took mostly 3D classes. I took 2 Flash classes. One was for ActionScript programming and one was for actual animation. And then I did a lot on the side just for fun on my own. And then I got the job here, and I learned a lot more here in both sides, ActionScript and Flash. And then when Unity became a thing,
Hello and greetings, lore. I'm SSJ Meta, and I'm very excited to bring you tonight's report. The Battle on Arena will very soon be hosting the next Battle Concert. With a great track record so far, we're expecting the next artist to bring down the house. In the past, we have hosted artists Korin and Alice in Chains. And now for the moment you've been waiting for, that elusive mystery that has you wondering what band could it possibly be. Well, I have the answer. The next Battle on Arena concert will be... Uh-oh. What do you think you're doing? Who, me? I'm just warming up the cameras for you. Warming up the cameras? I don't believe that for a second. Oh, crap. Well, you were gone. I just was getting worried about you. Worried about me? Yeah, I didn't know what happened. Glad to see you're okay, though. That's it. Bite me. Sorry about that, folks. Now that he's incapacitated, I can continue. Where was I? Oh yeah, the next Battle on artist will be... Oh shoot, it looks like we're all out of time. This has been SSJ Meta signing off.
is the event the next concert? I'm just going to say yes. I'm not going to say anything else than that, but yeah, the next event is the big concert. I mean, I don't know if that's the next release, let me put it that way, but our next big thing is another concert. Do you know of any items that will become perma-rare soon? Could you give a hint? I don't know of anything that's going perma-rare soon. Besides stuff that's probably in the upcoming event?
Hey guys, Artix here with Dage the Evil. So what you working on? We can't say the name of it, but you can talk about the monster.
Secret little monsters. Yeah. I don't even know what they are yet, but I'm coming up with something. You just kind of take little bits from things that you know really inspired you, and then you try to start, you take that and let it grow into something of your own.
So what was the inspiration for the two heads? Was
It has to be torn in two. So that's where the premise of this
okay,
whole
the
deal
theme
is.
of this has to be torn in two. So torn in two.
So it's literally anything just torn in two, and it's either do we do this organic nasty creature, or do we give it like a character to it, like maybe it's two warriors.
I really do love this.
Yeah, that was my John Carpenter's thing.
Oh
Yeah. So anytime I gotta create something random, I just try to latch onto the thing closest to it that I enjoyed, and then I infuse it into what I'm creating.
You'll see this guy coming in what I assume is going to be the next battle concert.
Yeah.
The Chinese New Year event is coming soon.
Will there be a collection for the Chinese New Year's? There is an event, I believe, actually. I don't know if we have a collection, though. I know there's stuff.
Darkon has been working on a new set.
When will Darkovia be finished? We don't fully know. Evidently, we have it fairly planned. We just also have a lot of other stuff that has to get done. I imagine it'll definitely be sometime this year, make a more extreme dungeon. I'm sure we will. Because I know Dagger wants to do all kinds of crazy stuff. Any chance of getting a new Legion map? Most likely. I'm sure we'll go pretty big for Dagger's birthday. Or not Dagger. Well, I mean also Dagger's birthday, but Dage's birthday. When will the next level update hit? I don't know if we have that explicitly planned. Please fight for a Bard class in the game.
Gosh, I wish.
It'll happen.
Jesus.
Healer, I think, is going to happen because people are talking about it more. Like, internally. Still no plans yet because Berserker we've been working on really since you joined.
Yep.
So, it's just been chaos. I'm sure there will eventually be a DoomKnight class. Any of the main staple classes we're probably going to see. Are materials in AQ3D going to have their own separate inventory in the future? I don't know if there's a plan for that, but I know we talk about inventory management stuff all the time, so I wouldn't be shocked if we come up with a solution for that. It is not immediately in our peripheral. Do I think Sepulcher's sword will ever be in AQ3D? I would say so. I'd just be shocked if we didn't eventually add it. If Drakath's wings were in AQ3D, my phone would combust. I mean, again, it's one of those key things that I'd be shocked if we don't add, at least as like an homage thing. We need a capture the flag. I agree. I would love a capture the flag, but we need better like gameplay security to keep from bots and hacks and all that.
We interrupt this broadcast for a brief commercial break.
Is that mug really big or is your head really small? My head is gigantic, which means that the mug is also gigantic. I have a giant head, and it's mostly empty. No, this is Patrick. Is this the Krusty Krab? I have this traumatic life event happening, and I could use some advice.
I want to be called spaghetti.
So Xentry is wearing the Moglin hat. I know Miko's also wearing a Moglin
I
hat.
also look like Korin.
Exactly, yeah.
This guy's doing your best, like, Cousin It impression, I guess.
Guys, come on. If we're going to talk about Cousin It, please, let's do someone have it do it justice.
So, how's it
You
going?
look good.
homies?
Nice, nice.
Oh, that's good. Have a good week. Have a good weekend.
Later.
See ya. Right now.
See ya.
Pretty good news, huh?